All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem HaKodesh. We say Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahushai, Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahushai, Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahushai, Bahashem HaKodesh. And we give double honors to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders at Great Millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushai. Real quick lesson. I'm on break. I had to get this one out, man. Just because you see the post right here, Nero posting appears to depict himself as the Messiah removed amid backlash. See, but it was already there. All right, you can already see that the depiction and who he's trying to put himself as. Let me try to. I don't know if I want to do that. But I see it as it's rage bait or clickbait or some kind of some kind of to get a rise out of things, okay, to distract and move people. But at the end of the day, hey, the Lord is being brought up more and more because we're coming closer to that time and closer to that judgment day. So the world is being forced to take a look at what you call the biblical aspects or the not even the religious aspects, but the biblical side of things that is coming out on the four corners of the planet Earth. Okay, and you got to see this as that, that pride, man. So it says, in his lengthy True Social post, the president claimed that the Catholic Church leadership had been arresting priests, ministers, and everybody else in the midst of the COVID pandemic, and suggests that he preferred the Pope's brother, like it's like his brother Louis much better than I like him because Louis is all MAGA. The president blast, he gets it, and Leo doesn't. So he's even digging at the Pope, man. But hey, this is the biblical prophecy. The Lord said, if Satan stand against Satan, how can his kingdom? So all this is happening. We're not bothered and perturbed about these things, man, because these are the signs and the movements that the Lord is getting ready to start moving, man. Because he's digging at the Pope, but they're all in league and they're all in bed with each other. So it's what you call a cinematic pony show, pretty much. All right. We know that this truth has been coming out at a high level, starting out with the apostles and elders, breaking down what the real look of the Messiah is, who he came for, what the judgment and the punishment that's coming to the planet Earth. That's what the world doesn't want to exist. That what they don't want to believe in. But it says how their unbelief. We're not worried about unbelief. We're too far in the game to be moved by unbelief. If we get it, we are blessed. Consider our eyes. What did it say? Consider your eyes blessed because you see, and your ears blessed because you hear. These are the things that the Lord has blocked many people from even understanding. They looking at this and not even, some people gonna be like, oh, he's trying to be the Antichrist and all these, but there's many Antichrists. So what I did was I typed in, I said, Nero favored himself a God. Okay, so it says no. It says Nero did not officially declare himself a living God, but he deeply indulged in self-defecation, frequently associating himself with divine figures like Apollo. He fostered a culture of personality, he fostered a cult personality. What do you see today? We see a cult personality when it comes to these MAGA people, man. Not wanting to see things clear. They all hope depending on that. Well, that's on them, okay? Because you see what's taking place now on a worldwide scale. Things are getting dicey, man. Okay, you got allies that are turning their backs, people that are making different moves. What you say, the proof is in the pudding, so you can start seeing the reality of things. Lip service is out the window when you see the actions not meet that. And it says, particularly in the East, and was often viewed by contemporaries as a narcissist, artistic, and sometimes demonic ruler. Sometimes demonic ruler. What should come to your mind? Isaiah. Okay. What does it say? Isaiah 14 or 19 in verse 4. And it says, let's read Amplified. And I would hand over the Egyptians to a hard and cruel master, And a mighty king will rule over them, declares the Lord power of hosts. Amplified or new NLT, I will hand Egypt over to the Salaki, I will hand Egypt over to a hard and cruel master. A fierce king will rule them, saith the Lord, and the Lord of host, Lord of heaven's army. So you see that what's coming now. He says demonic ruler, and then let's go down here. It says Nero, aiming to rebrand himself frequently, adopted the attributes of Apollo and god of music, song, and chariots. Eastern culture, in the Greek-speaking Eastern province, Nero was often worshipped as an Isotos, a godlike being, or a new Apollo, a title that granted him divine-like privileges in his lifetime. All right? So you seeing all these things that are being brewed together, it's not coincidence. Not at all, man. Okay? Not at all. That he didn't do that for a reason, even if the spirit put it on his mind to do, which we know it says the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord, man. All right? So you see all these things taking place now is for the mindset of, look, we close to the end, man. Something big's coming down the pipe. So with that, I say, call the Lord Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshai, Bashem, Kakamas. Until next time, I say Shalom, and one I never keep faith. Shalom.